Hello everyone, it's Tania Gabrielle with Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes, the forecast in the Astrology and Numerology up ahead. In this case, I'm so excited to share with you the Aquarius New Moon happening on January 29th at 12:36 p.m. Universal Time. That's 7:36 p.m. Eastern and 4:36 p.m. Pacific. And that brings me to the number 9 because 9 is the degree number of this new moon, and 9 is the universal year number that we are in, and 36 minutes past the hour, 3 plus 6 also reduces to 9. So we have a lot of beautiful 9 energy. 9 echoes everything the 9 universal year is about, but also is truly about love and rising to the occasion through celebration. And Aquarius is the sign that Pluto just entered for 20 years. So it is a very important new moon. And the fact that it is so fortunate makes this a huge sign that the Aquarian age is upon us, and it is a good thing. We are letting go of the Piscean age now. And 9 is also about letting go. That's what this year is about. We're letting go with a lot of compassion and unconditional love and leadership that comes from the heart. So it has divine wisdom, and letting go is a huge part of the number 9 as well. But there is such an incredible stellium. In fact, there are 2 stelliums. And a stellium is when 3 or more planets are in the same area of the sky, of the zodiac. And there are 2, and they're both stelliums that only create trines, which is incredible. So the first quadruple stellium is with the sun and moon, the new moon in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, and Pluto in Aquarius. And so they're all conjunct each other, and they form a stellium with, of all planets, Jupiter. Jupiter creates a quadruple trine to sun, moon, Mercury, and Pluto. And at the same time, Mars, which is currently retrograde in Cancer, creates a triple trine to another stellium, and that is Saturn, Venus, and Neptune in Pisces. So we have this Aquarius new moon, which is celebrating the Aquarian, the new age of Aquarius, 2,000-year age, and a stellium in that sign. And then we have another stellium in Pisces, the age we're leaving, and they're all fortunate. So it's allowing us during this time at the end of January, early February, to really move through this energy of release and welcoming the new. So this is also another number 9 because 9 out of 10 planets are engaged in these amazing trines. We've got Mars, Saturn, Venus, and Neptune, and then we have Jupiter, Mercury, Pluto, Sun, and Moon. Of course, the sun is not a planet. The sun is a star. But just to make it easy, we're calling it all 9 light bodies, all 9 planets. Now, Uranus is not involved, as you may have noticed, in these 2 trines, or I should say, these 7 trines between all of the planets. But Uranus also benefits. Uranus happens to be the ruler of this new moon, being the ruling planet of the sign of Aquarius. And Uranus creates a sextile to the triple stellium in Pisces. So Uranus is creating a beautiful harmonic sextile to Neptune, Venus, and Saturn. And Uranus also, on the other side, creates a sextile to Mars. So all in all, we have all these incredible positive connections, these trines and sextiles between all the planets. And the only challenging aspect exists between Chiron, which forms a square to Mars. So that's basically the underlying theme here, is that we have benefics, Jupiter sending glorious, wonderful, positive energy, really good juju to the sun and moon in Aquarius and Mercury and Pluto. And that fills us with joy and happiness and gifts. And we feel advantageous. We feel those wonderful opportunities and advantages coming our way. We feel recognized at soul level. We feel a lightness of being. And it's also very much connected with abundance, because when Jupiter and Pluto come together, boy, is there a theme of abundance here. Financial flow, prosperity. And if you watched my ultimate yearly forecast for 2025, you know that there's a special few days at the end of January that are really, really prosperous. And that is also because of this activation of Jupiter and Pluto. So your self-worth is very much enhanced. You feel connected immensely through gratitude and joy to the sense of plenty, of prosperity. And then with Venus conjunct Neptune, these are also planets that are aligned with abundance and very much with creating that abundance, because these are the creative planets, the sensitive planets. And so they govern also compassion and romance and beauty and art, self-expression. So you want to carve out time to relax and be super creative. Allow your imagination to flow. Venus is very, very active during this new moon. And since Venus creates a sextile to Uranus and a trine to Mars, it means that you feel very loving, very passionate, very open to manifesting independence. And if you feel somewhat nervous, because after all, it is Aquarius that is activated. Aquarius is a somewhat nervous energy because it wants to explore and break through, and it's all about surprises. If you feel that energy of nervousness, that's a call to action to get your imagination flowing and to really explore it. So to be very adventurous and fearless. So there's so much goodness here, and let's dive a little bit more deeply into some of these connections that are being made during this new moon. So the moon and sun are conjuncting each other. They're conjunct Mercury, and that really helps you make plans, and it stimulates you intellectually. Your heart and mind are very synchronized. Your communication abilities are super strong. Negotiations and correspondence are favored. And any kind of sharing of information, any kind of communication is supported by positivity, positive insights. And then the moon and sun conjunct Pluto, boy, that's really deeply magnetic and very subtle, and it creates a sense of purging, letting go, of course, but it really enhances your psychic abilities, your intuition, which your intuitive answers are amazing. Underlying truths are revealed. You feel your personal power through Pluto magnify, and it's very intense energy that helps you probe to the depths of any kind of root causes you want to know about, any kind of situation, any relationship, any issues, any decisions. It's also a great time for absolute deep research, unveiling mysteries. And then the sun and moon trine to Jupiter. Boy, this is very much about joy and kindness and generosity and feeling so in love with joy, and just having a sense of feeling good for no reason. Like you just have high spirits, you feel the warmth of life, you feel a friendly atmosphere. So you want to really ride those opportunities that come your way. It's such a positive wave of energy when Jupiter is trine to a new moon, especially this one where there's so much other really awesome energy going on. So just know that your outlook on life can be much more broad now with Jupiter, supremely gracious. The gratitude flows, the joy flows, the forgiveness flows. And then there's just briefly Venus conjunct Neptune. I already touched on that a little bit, but definitely carve out a time to engage in something creative, a creative hobby, something relaxing. You'll be drawn to beauty and harmony, so you want to harmonize and beautify your surroundings. This is super, super important that you do that. Remember that the moon is the ruler of Cancer, and Cancer is the sign of the home, and it governs family, real estate, where you live. The sun and moon are in Aquarius in a tight trine to Jupiter. And Aquarius governs our future and freedom, and Jupiter's all about expansion and joy. So this close trine, this stellium with Pluto and Mercury, where Mercury also governs travel, this allows you to focus on your future. Where do you feel free? And where do you feel like you can broaden your horizons? And where do you feel a sense of beauty and spirituality? So it's a really great time for you to plan those travel plans, the any move you want to make into a positive home environment. The thing is, before you do, it is really important that you know whether a location that you live in now is helping you personally, is neutral, or is actually having a negative, challenging impact on your love, health, career, abundance, joy, all those parts of your life. So if you've tended to feel better in certain locations and you've noticed that, where you're more relaxed in certain places than others, it's a really good time for you to discover your most fortunate places to travel and live. And fortunately, your astrocartography provides the answers. That's where we superimpose your actual birth chart, your astrology birth chart, onto the world map, go into minute detail on a city and town level. And I have a free masterclass that shows you how this all works. It's called Astrocartography, the Power of Fortunate Places. You can watch it at positivelocations.com. Again, it's free, and we cover so many parts of astrocartography, including the secret power of place, the 5 critical components that make up your astrocartography profile and that impact all parts of your life, numerous celebrity astrocartography examples, and very important, one common mistake that you might be making when you look up your astrocartography map online, and how to avoid that very important error. And your relocated chart, it's a vital piece of your profile before choosing where to travel and where to live. So you can watch this free masterclass at positivelocations.com. Have a wonderful Aquarius New Moon. It's such a blessing. So enjoy it, and I will see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.